You feel good, and now Man Day on MassAppeal continues. We're with fashion designer Justin Haynes. Justin, it's so nice to be with you.
It's glad to be back. I'm really glad to be here.
It's good to have you. So it is, we're ready for our men's fashion show.
Yes.
Well, not just men's, we're also going to talk about boys' winter fashion.
Exactly.
So we're going to kick it off with Miles. Miles is our first model. Let us know what he's wearing.
Yes, Miles is wearing a wool plaid pant. The plaid pant is really, that's a thin plaid pant. As you can see, there's no break in the pants. So it's really kind of a chic kind of look, as you saw before, as you're going up into a nice sweater. Layered looks are great for men this season. We paired it with a striped shirt and a plaid tie, and we went with a tweed wool jacket. So it's real good winter look for men. If you look at the sweater, it kind of ties in a good contrast with color.
It definitely is that has that winter look.
Exactly.
And I do notice how you mix and match patterns, which is, there's no rules when it comes to fashion.
There's no rules when you come to fashion, and pattern mixing is in. Completely. And if you look down to his socks, men's, like I said before, socks are huge this season. We want to make sure that you have that pop of color in your sock. It doesn't have to be a solid, it can be a stripe too as well.
So go crazy.
Go crazy.
Yeah, look at those shoes. I love them.
I know it, right?
I feel like you should start doing some sweet dance moves. Thank you so much, Miles. You look great.
Miles.
So basically the rule is there are no rules.
There are no
Take
rules
some
in fashion.
chances,
You have to
go
take
a little
risk.
crazy.
You have to take a risk.
But the idea is when you look at him, he definitely is, it looks like he's wearing the winter colors.
Exactly. You have to do that, and you have to look like you're in season.
Yes, absolutely. Our next model is Josh.
This is Josh. He's actually wearing a corduroy denim jacket, and is actually patched with a bunch of colors, with the blue and the yellow on the lapel, under the lapel actually, and on his pocket. As you can see, the patchworking on that. And as you see men, if we go to his turtleneck, cotton turtlenecks, a lot of men think they're out of season and they're old school and they're not really good, but these are #1 now for men. Turtlenecks are in. And if we go down to his pant, he's wearing a tartan plaid pant. And at the end, we actually put the little gold buttons on them at the end to kind of give it some character to it. So, plaid is definitely in, and patchwork is in too.
And when it comes to choosing the shoes for your outfit, what would you say is the general rule, if there is one?
There is no general rule now. Basically, the only general rule that we would go to is if you're wearing a three-piece suit, you would want to do a lace-up shoe.
Okay.
But anything outside of that, the sky's the limit. Like, fashion is what it is, but going into a three-piece suit, that classic look always stays the same. You want to make sure that you have a shoe with a lace-up.
Okay, good to know. Thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
So now, Justin, when it comes to what's in for this season, would you say plaid is definitely?
Plaid is huge, plaid and stripes, but plaid and corduroy is #1. And a lot of the wools are really in this season.
It's really a really warm
cozy,
look.
kind of cozy
Yeah, the
feel.
cozy
Yes.
look, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to talk about winter fashion for boys. This is Maxim. He looks so handsome.
He's actually wearing a navy blue wool denim jacket, and we actually patched him too as well. And notice the turtleneck, again, is not just for men, it's for boys too. So cotton turtlenecks are huge, men, so don't be afraid to go into them. And even for the little boys, moms and dads, don't be ashamed to actually use the cotton turtleneck. And if you look at his khakis, we went down to his khakis. On the side of his khaki, we striped it in a plaid denim too as well. This is a flannel plaid. So plaid is, like we said before, is really huge, and colors is great for this season.
And we have to talk about those shoes. I want to know where I can get a pair of those shoes.
You can get a pair of those shoes. We have to actually talk about his mom. We have to talk to his mom about that.
They're so cute.
But his shoes are great, and I want moms and dads to know too as well. Boys can have a little sparkle in their shoe. It does. It's not girly. It's actually pretty manly, as you can see.
And it really does add that extra pop. Thank you so much, Maxim.
Thank you, Max.
And also, I like how it's a very classic look, but you added to it, made it a little funky with the patches.
And that's what's in. Classic is in with a little bit of pizzazz. You want to actually put that oomph into it.
Yeah.
You want to make it.
You don't want to look like everyone else.
Exactly. And that vintage is coming back, where, the older look of the 1970s and the 60s is coming back, but you want to actually bring 2012 and 13 into it.
Yeah, so take some risks.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid.
Right.
And our last model is Seth. And he's sporting a really nice winter tie.
Yes.
Very nice.
As we can see.
So what would you say about the color of that tie?
It's a rust color, and it's actually hinted with a little bit of olive green. So actually, it's definitely a seasonal tie. Definitely something that you want to be able to work with any color, with your grays, your blacks, your blues, and your greens too as well.
Well, Seth, you look fantastic. We're actually going to walk over to Seth because a lot of men and a lot of women, when they're looking to buy a suit either for themselves or for their husband, boyfriend, son, whoever it may be, want to know, how do you know when a suit fits just right? What do you need to look for?
You need to look for it definitely in the jacket. Now, this jacket fits him great. You want to make sure that it fits you here and it hugs your chest a little bit. You want to give that definition to your top and your broad shoulders. Where his sleeve hits is great. It's perfect.
So where should it hit?
It should always hit right at your wrist, men. So make sure that your jacket sleeve always hits your wrist. It gives a little bit, about an inch for your shirt if you want to show your shirt.
Now, Justin, what about the end of the jacket? Is that supposed to go to anywhere in particular, or does that matter?
The end of the jacket, it shouldn't go anywhere longer than like above your calf, like your thigh, your high thigh. It needs to be right at your high thigh.
Okay.
Anything longer than that, it would be really custom made, and it's really old school. We don't want to go there a lot. We don't want to do that anymore.
Like the zoot suit?
Right, we don't want to do that anymore. We want to stay away from those.
Yeah,
okay.
No,
This is a great
some
trend.
rules.
This is a great trend with the jacket. You know,
Okay.
it's really great. And as you see, if we have them turn around, the vents are great. You know, the vents are really great. So
All right.
you want to make sure that you look at that, men, that you look at your vents too.
So
as well.
basically, pay attention to the sleeve length, where the jacket hits on your legs, and that it kind of hugs you
Exactly.
up on the
You want to make
chest
sure
area.
it slims you right in here. You
Okay.
can turn around.
What about the pants
Now the pants, we did this on purpose, but the pants, we want to make sure, guys, if you stand straight a little bit, we want to make sure this is what you don't want, men. You want to make sure that you have, that we bring it up about an inch. So I'm going to...
Yeah, go nuts. So you want to taper it in.
You want to taper it in, and you want to fall just about there. So no breaks. When you're tailoring, make sure you tell your tailor, I don't want a break in my pant. So that will keep the break and the bunchiness down.
Is that what you're saying? Because your pants don't have any breaks. There's no
breaks.
bunching up in
Exactly.
the bottom.
It's a straight down. And as you saw with Miles, it's kind of a straight down fit. You want a clean finish at the bottom.
Gotcha.
And when a man sits down, it's okay for the
It's
socks
okay.
to show.
And that's where it goes to that funky sock look. We want to make sure that we pop that color in, because believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, eyes go straight to your feet before they go up.
Really?
Really?
Definitely.
I did not know
Wow, well
that.
that's good. So you always have to think about your socks. Don't
Exactly.
put on
You have to think about your
gym
socks.
when you're wearing a suit.
Please don't. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
I didn't say any names.
I did it like twice, okay? I've done it twice.
Yeah, but we don't want that, man. So please make sure you do not.
Fashion forward.
Right, no gym socks.
Yeah, I'm going
no
to be
gym
fashion
socks.
forward now. Thank you for
Justin,
helping.
we
Thank
appreciate
you.
your
Thank
expertise
you.
and your fashion. Thanks for being
Glad
here.
to be here. Thank
Happy
you.
Man Day.
Thank
Great
you.
to have
Happy Man
you.
Day.
Well,